Now we're going to talk about managing your ads. And this is how we make the money. Okay. So I've said this probably 20 times in this course, but I'm going to say it again because this is super, super important for you guys to understand. Also, for you guys not to get discouraged when your very, very, very first ad doesn't work out or whatever. That the whole point is to find the winner. So the point is to find the winner. Test different audiences, kill high cost ads, keep low cost ads. That's pretty much it. All right. So this is actually from my one of my webinars I ran for this course. This was actually for the live grouping version of this course, or live group coaching version of this course. So I did, oh, no. Actually, this was for the launch I did, the second launch I did, the one that you guys bought on, or if you're watching this live, it would be the one you guys bought on. So as we can see here, I targeted Amy Porterfield because I put Amy. I also targeted John Loomer. He sells Facebook ads stuff. My people, which are people that engage with me. So this is technically a retargeting ad. And all that. So Amy, I did male 25 to 34, female 25 to 34, Loomer, you know, I basically what I did was I targeted Amy Porterfield and John Loomer, or Josh Loomer, whatever the hell his name is. And I then split that into, and I'm going to show you exactly how I do that, but I split that into different demographics, male, female, certain age groups. And I found that these were the winners and these were the losers. Now, for you guys starting out, you're probably going to have more losers than winners. But me, because I've been doing this so long and I'm just so badass at it, I have mostly more winners. So as you can see here, for this particular webinar, and I only ran this one for like a couple days. I had another webinar where it was down to like 50 to 80 cents for most of them. But I had these webinar conversions at $1.26, $1.83, $2.26, $2.22, $1.99, and 58 cents. This was retargeting though, so we won't even count that. And these are a lot of conversions, you know, 22 conversions, 15 conversions, 10 conversions, 9, 10, 24. So these are all what I consider low cost. Now down here, I've got 345, 343, and 667. Now I'm not saying that's bad. Even the 667 one, I mean, it's $1,000 product I was promoting. I could probably run it with $5 or $6 conversion and still turn a hefty profit. But why spend more if you don't need to? These did the best, you know. And yeah, I could have just stuck with the ones that were $199, $183, $126, and spend even less money. But I threw in the $2.26 and $2.22. And honestly, I could have thrown in the $3 ones as well. But as you can see, I let these run. See, these were turned to on. All right. And the ad's not running now. This is a past ad or whatever. But I turned these off. See, turn them to off. They're gray. And I'll show you how to do this. So these are on, these are off. And then I just let it run. And I let people sign up. That's pretty much it. Okay. And I evaluated this by letting them get to 500. See, if you notice over here, I actually turned this one off, these two off. I normally let them get to 500, but these did not get to 500 because I only ran this for a couple days because the webinar was coming up. Otherwise, I would have let them go. But see, 594. If you notice, these are all past 1,000. Okay. And that's because I just let them keep running because they hit 500. They did good. And I let them go. So I'm going to show you more about that. So this is a split test equation, how to kill and keep ads. You let each ad set run until it hits 500 reach. That means 500 impressions. If the conversion cost is low, then you keep it. All right. If you're converting at $1 or $2 or $3 or even $3 per conversion per people that sign up for your PDF or your webinar or whatever it is you're doing, that's great. So if it's you know, if it's at 500 or more and it's low, you keep it. But you really want to let it get to 500. You can't really make a decision until it's at 500. If the cost is high when you hit 500, you can either kill it. You can kill it if you want, especially if you have other ads that are doing good. You might as well. But what I've done in the past is I let it run for one more day, only if the relevancy score is 7 or more. Okay, and you can check the relevancy score by clicking on it, and it tells you the relevancy score. And I'll show you. I'm going to show you a demonstration of how you can see that and how you can determine that. So if the cost is high, you let it run one more day, only if relevancy score is 7 or more. Otherwise, you kill it. All right, meaning you turn it off. So the reason you do this is because sometimes ads will gradually, over several days, drop. I've had ads start at $9 per conversion, and 4 days later they were at $1.50. I have. And I usually when I have high ticket items like real estate or something, I'll do this one because I don't want to like let go of a good ad set just because it didn't do good right in the beginning. All right. And in my experience, if you hit 500 and your relevancy score is 7 or more, meaning, relevancy score basically is how well your audience is engaging with the ad. In my experience, if it's 7 or more, sometimes that ad will go down in price over the next few days. Sometimes it won't, but a lot of times it will, which moves on to if the cost is high and the relevancy score is 6 or lower, you kill it. All right. Now, if it's 7 or higher, and you let it run for a couple more days and it doesn't start going down, well, then you obviously kill it. So one more time, I'm going to remind you, if you have several low-cost converting ad sets, then just keep them and kill the high-cost ones. You don't have to let this run out, okay? But you don't want to make any decisions on an ad set until it hits 500 reach, okay? Turn it off. Don't even log in. Just go away. Trust me. Now, if you run... Yes, let's say you got 8 ad sets and you run them and they all hit 500 and they all are high cost, and you let them run for another couple days and the cost doesn't go down, guess what? Yes, you turn all of them off. That entire campaign is not going to work. It could be a multitude of things. It could be anything from you didn't do your research right, to your copy sucks, to you didn't install your Facebook pixel right. Maybe it's just not tracking it right. It could be a multitude of things. However, if you stick to the principles I'm teaching in this course, there's no reason you should not have at least one winning ad set. And when I say winning, I mean one that hits 500 in reach and is low cost. Okay, you should. All right, so here's another cool technique. If you are testing a major competitor or interest that converts at an okay price, you can actually split that audience into smaller demographics to find the absolute lowest cost audience. If you only want to test one major interest or competitor, then split test small demographics right off the bat. Meaning, if you're only going to target Amy Porterfield, then go ahead and split everything into male, female, 25 to 34. But if you're gonna target Amy Porterfield, Ryan Dice, Derek Halpern, then you might want to just target a basic demographic, maybe just male, female, all age groups. See which one converts the best, then break that one down into further demographics. And now I'm going to give you an example. Let's say you're a fitness person, all right? So let's say you do 21 to 50, which is a good age range, desktop and mobile. And again, that's why I like to keep it with desktop and mobile. I don't like to go outside of that personally. Male and female. So you're including both male and female. Jillian Michaels, Celebrity Fit Club, Billy Blanks, and P90X. These are all popular fitness competitors, okay? So Celebrity Fit Club would probably be more of an interest because I don't think they sell stuff. It's more of just a show. Whereas P90X, Billy Blanks, and Jillian Michaels sell those products. So let's say you run these 4 ads. And let's say Jillian Michaels converts at $5.76 per conversion, meaning, it costs you $5.76 for every person that enters their email and gets whatever your bait is. And then Celebrity Fit Club is $9.78. Billy Blanks is a whopping $22. That sucks. P90X is $7.08. Okay. So now you know that out of all of these, Jillian Michaels is doing the best. So now we turn off the other ads, and we stick with Jillian Michaels. So right now we're at this sort of wide demographic, and we're at Jillian Michaels, 576. So now we can split test. All right. And I used to do this, and I mentioned this earlier in the course, and this is actually from my old notes, but you can split these into desktop or mobile, and it actually still does work. But lately, I've got my psychology and my copy down so well, I just lump them both in. And I do very well, but you can still do this, or you can mix and match different things. But let's say over here we split tests into 3, 6, 9, 12 different audiences. So what we're doing here is we have 12 different audiences. They all like Jillian Michaels, but this one is male, 21 to 30, and we're only showing it on desktop. This one is male, 30 to 40, and we're only showing it on desktop. Male, 40 to 50, only showing it on desktop. And then over here, 21 to 30 female, only showing on desktop. 30 to 40 female, only on desktop. 40 to 50 female, only on desktop. We duplicate this whole thing here, and we go here, and we do the same thing, but we change it to mobile. And I'm going to show you how to do this after. I'm going to demonstrate how we would do this. So let's say we now run our ads, okay? And after 500 impressions on each one, we find all these different prices. So like 21 to 30 females, $15.40 per conversion. That sucks. That's why it's red. That's why I'm showing it as red. But we find that this one's converting at $1.76. This one's converting at $1.55. This one's converting at 89 cents. This one's converting at 76 cents. Pretty good, right? This one's $5.90, and maybe not. So what do? We kill all of the high converting ads, and we keep these. And now we can also decide, okay, do we want to keep this one? It's in the middle, is our product high priced enough to keep it? Whatever. You make that decision. So now what we're left with, we've turned those off, and we're left with these 4 audiences, all the same ad, but these 4 audiences that are all converting at fantastically low cost per conversion, which is flipping awesome. As long as our funnel and our sales process is set up, we're going to make a lot of flipping money, okay? Because we got these low cost leads, and then we turn them into sales. All right. So instead of spending $5.76, now we're spending an average of $124. All right. That's the average of these 4 right here, $124. So now because we've split tested, we've taken that $5.76 down to $1.24 per lead. That's flipping awesome. All right. Okay. So once again, this is what it looks like in action. Let me sort of create this for you real quick, because I want you to understand this and see it in action. All right. So real quick, let's go to Power Editor, and all right. So let me take my image mockup campaign here. Actually, let me get rid of these. Okay, so I don't want to always show new items. Darn it. Oh wait, hold on. Apply. Always show new items. Okay. Oops. Wait, what did I do here? Image mockup. Okay, here we go. So image mockup. That was a campaign I completed. I created earlier. So image mockup. So I'm going to click on this, and we have these 2 ad sets. I'm just going to go ahead and delete this one because I want to start with 1. So here's our 1 ad that we've created. Okay. And it's right here. It's just that example ad. It doesn't mean anything. I just use it as an example. So let's I start each one at $5 a day. All right. So let's go ahead, and for some reason my targeting, maybe it's a glitch on Facebook right now. Of course, that would happen when I'm teaching a course. Darn it. Let me hit refresh real quick. I have other videos of me showing this in action. I can include it, but image mockup, boom, 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 image. Oh, hold on, boom. So male 26 to 36. So I'm gonna hit the little thing, and this is spinning. So for some reason, this isn't friggin'. Must be a weird thing with Facebook. But let's just say for a moment that in detailed targeting right here, I selected Amy Porterfield. All right. Again, for some reason, this is not working. I don't know why. Thank God I had screenshots earlier for the targeting. But let's say for a moment that this is Amy Porterfield. So we'll just call this Amy. Now I'll do male 25 to 30. So I'll go here and I'll say men 25 to 30. Okay. So again, pretending I selected Amy Porterfield here, Amy male 25 to 30. So now I'll hit duplicate, create, and I've created a copy. So now I'm going to change this to 31 to say 30, I don't know, 36, however you want to do that. So then I for my own purposes, 31 to 36, and then I'll hit duplicate again. And this will give me a third audience, all right? And this time I'll go 37 to say, I don't know, 42. And I'll just call it a day at that. And they're all male, men. So I'll go again, Amy 37 to 42. All right. Boom. So now you're like, okay, oh my goodness. Do I have to create all that all over again one by one? No, you don't. You can actually select all three. Amy, and I know you're seeing this right here. The Power Editor can be a little weird because it includes things from other campaigns. I don't know why it does that, but as long as you name your stuff properly, you'll get through it. So now I select all these and I hit duplicate, and I duplicate all three. So now I have these extra ones right here. So now all I want to do here is change one thing, and that is to female. So they're all selected. So I can go down here and I can actually select women, and it'll change all of these because they're all selected. But I do need to go and individually name these because I want to keep track. So I'll delete the copy and I'll put it as female, and I'll select that, deselect that again, female, and get rid of that, select that, get rid of that, female. Boom. Okay, so now I have 6 audiences. They all target Amy Porterfield. All right. Again, for some reason, and I think Facebook may be making an update, the detailed targeting section is not loading. I don't know why. Sometimes that happens. You're just going to have to go to bed and wake up tomorrow and do it. But let's say it was all targeting Amy. I now break it down to different demographics. I now have 3 separate age groups of female, 3 separate age groups of male. And if you wanted to, you could duplicate all of these again and go and just do Instagram or just do whatever, right? So then you hit review changes, you hit continue, and that will upload it to your ads dashboard, and your ads will go live. All right. So let me just look at my notes here. Okay, so to show you this in action, I'm going to show you really quickly inside. And you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you first how to. So let me just ads manager. Okay. So actually, here's a campaign I ran where you see all these different audiences. All right. I tried male likely to move. I tried real estate agents, real estate interests, all this stuff. And as you can see, there's different costs. And this is for real estate, so it justifies the higher cost per conversion. And I turn some off, I turn some on, and this is not the power editor. This is the regular, and this is actually the campaign I ran where I spent $441 and I made $900,000 in sales. This is the campaign you're looking at, and I'm going to go into this campaign a little bit here in a minute. I'm going to go into this campaign a little further and show you some stuff. But for now, I'm just kind of showing you, once it's uploaded and it's running, you're going to see this. I actually have a video of me editing this campaign live while it was happening. I'm going to include that in the course. I'll upload that to the course area so you can see it.